from the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is AC's Conversations. AC's Conversations is about sports, music, TV, movies, and more.
Everything and more.
Everything is ready to go.
That include the latest news and rumors, along with interviews with the biggest names in sports and entertainment. This is AC's Conversations with your host, News 8 Sports Director.
The man is the real deal.
Let's go to work, brother.
Anthony Calhoun.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to AC's Conversations. Always a good time here on the Indiana Podcast Network. Today, had a chance to spend some time with Colts head coach Frank Reich and his wonderful wife, Linda. They spent some time here with us at Wish TV, talking about their big charity event that's coming up on Saturday. Of course, we also talked about Colts as well and that new quarterback in Matt Ryan. Sit back, relax, enjoy a great conversation with Colts head coach Frank Reich and his wonderful wife, Linda. It is my pleasure to welcome to Sports Locker Sunday tonight. Look who's in the house. Colts head coach Frank Reich and his wonderful wife, Linda, here tonight. Thank y'all so much for joining us here on Sports Locker. Look, we know it's the off season for the coach, but you guys have been busy this off season and doing what's really important, that is giving back to our community. Linda, let me start first with you. The Not Today Foundation. I know that's you guys' foundation.
Yes.
Give us up to date on what's been going on with the foundation of late.
Well, we're rocking and rolling, AC. I have to say, it's really, really remarkable, the traction that we have gotten in this space. Obviously, Not Today, we're all about protecting children. And it's about protecting children from sexual abuse and exploitation and trafficking, which is not an easy subject.
Yeah, it's not easy at all. And Frank, I know this is something dear to your heart and your wife as well. Why was it important for you guys to rally around this cause and try to make a difference?
I mean, when you think about, we talk a lot about protecting children and from a lot of different things, but when it comes to sexual abuse, it just kind of hits a nerve, I think, with all of us. And we've been so encouraged, AC, that, you know, whether we've been here in Indianapolis or when we travel around on this issue, so many people out in the community, when they find out what we're doing, want to help and support to protect children.
Yeah, and you guys have been busy just as far as this foundation. I recall last year we were there when you really kicked everything off. And how amazed have you been as far as the support you've received, not just here in Indianapolis, but throughout the country here?
Well, it's really been shocking just how many people, when they hear it, they say, this can't be happening. How can we help?
Yeah.
And that's been really resonating throughout the country. People have been calling us and saying, oh my goodness, is this really happening? We want to help, and how can we help? So this is Child Abuse Protection Month. So we're excited to be kicking off a really big event coming up soon. Yeah,
and I know that you guys, you think about these big events is where a lot of time where we see some of this take place, which is unfortunate. I just got back from the Final Four down in New Orleans, and there's a big sporting event. I saw you guys in LA during the Super Bowl. Frank, why was it important for you guys to be out there in LA around the biggest game when it comes to sports in the Super Bowl?
I mean, there's proven history that those big crowds, right, draw the best and worst of everything. And so it's a great opportunity to take a national spotlight and turn that spotlight not away from the event. It's exciting to see these great sports events, but also to shed some light on some other things in communities that we can really get behind and support.
Yeah, tell the folks, Linda, if you can, a little bit about the name Not Today. I mean, it definitely sticks in your mind. Tell us a little bit about where that name came about.
Well, it's a combination of things, really. Not today or ever. I mean, sexual abuse of children, not today or ever. It should never be happening. First of all, it's illegal. And secondly, it's just an atrocity against children. So as an adults and as a community, I think we have a responsibility to protect our nation's children and the world's children.
We've had different things, where, hey, we're going to tie this up,
that.
Several things, like several plays on it as well.
Yep. And the small K is for kids.
Why
is it small K? And it's about, it's for kids.
I love that.
Yeah.
You mentioned about a big event coming up for you guys, coming up on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so honored that you guys asked me to take part in this, to be one of the MCs there with Lara Overton as well from the Indianapolis Colts. And this is what's coming up on Saturday. It's going to be awesome. And I love the bowl, too, by the way. Courage to compete. Bowling competition, a chance to meet Colts players, other celebrities as well. Coming up on Saturday, the 23rd of April, 6 o'clock at Woodland Bowl right here in Indianapolis. Of course, more information you see right there on the screen. Take me through this. How did this all come about? And I know the event, great reviews already. People are trying to get in, but I know tickets are selling like crazy right now. Yeah.
Well, we've been sold out for quite some time,
Sold
which is
out.
a really great
That's
problem
awesome.
to
That's
have.
awesome.
So
That's
we,
awesome.
you know, we're a little bit of type A personality, so we thought, you know, maybe we should have a little competition here. So we're
Yeah.
going to make it, you know,
Yeah.
obviously Colts players and coaches and
Yeah.
community and many, many companies and corporations are going to be bowling against one another for some prizes.
All right, surprises. So, Frank, are you a big bowler? You?
You know, I played with the Buffalo Bills for 10 years, and you know, Buffalo is like a bowling capital. So,
Yeah.
so back in the day, I wasn't such a bad bowler, AC, but I haven't picked up a ball in a while.
But we did have our own ball and bag.
Okay, so you're
And shoes.
And shoes.
We
That's
were
right.
outfitted.
I love the bowl, but I'm not that great, but I just love being out there. And you know, stuff like that, it brings people together. And you guys have had so much support. I just remember last year when we were there, when you kicked off your whole campaign with your foundation, with Not Today, where you had a lot of great players support you. We know the Ursay family know they're going to be involved as well.
Incredible support, yes.
Exactly. How great has that been, Coach, having that?
I mean, it's been phenomenal. And you know, it's interesting, AC, right? Because with what the Colts as an organization and as a family do, as far as kicking the stigma,
Yes.
there's so much good connection between Not Today and kicking the stigma. So they've been incredibly supportive. The whole organization will be out there supporting us. It should be a great event.
Yeah. Listen, we know that, you know, being a coach's wife, you got to pick up, you got to travel around, I mean, you got to deal with your husband on the road at times. But why was it important, though, for you, and I'll have Frank answer this as well, just to make sure you set your feet down this city and not just go to the games, but to also be involved with this city as well?
Well, we're community people. When we move to an area, I want to unearth all the wonderful things of every city. And it's an opportunity to really get integrated with the city, to serve a community. And that's what we really are about, serving community. How can we leave this community better because we were part of it?
And I know you feel the same way. It's all about serving others, right?
It really is, AC. You know, we've been, as a result of playing and coaching and everything else we've done, we probably moved 30 times or something like that. So, I give Linda a lot of credit. And really our children credit. You know, we've taken this mentality of, hey, this is the journey that we're called to take. So we're going to get to a city, we're going to dive all in the community with the people, and I think that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah, you know, talk about serving others. Can you share a story with us where you know you've seen how what you guys are doing, your mission has changed lives of some of these young people and even some families as well?
Well, it's phenomenal, the emails and the responses and some of the heart-wrenching stories that we have heard since we started the foundation a little over 3 years ago. And that's what the bowling event's about. I mean, we are going to have a huge campaign. The fundraiser at Woodland Bowl is all about educating, because we found that when children are educated in schools, they find out that this is not a normal occurrence, that this is wrong. So they will self-disclose either to their teacher, a friend, a guidance counselor, and then from that point on, we can assist them to restoration and healing.
Yeah, that's right. And go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we really, AC, have 3 different buckets that we try to, everything we do fits either in prevention, awareness, or restoration. So this education piece, helping children to understand, you know, that this is not normal. And you can say something to somebody. And talk about encouraging. We just heard a story last week. Linda came home and told me a story of a girl who heard the curriculum, self-identified as, you know, being abused, and have an opportunity to get her out of that situation. That's just one piece at one school. And you hear those stories and you know it's worth it. You know all the tireless hours that are being put in by Linda and the staff are really worth it.
Yeah, and you know, talk about an impact, and how about using your platform to try to, you know, make a change and do good. I think about your athletes being there coming up on Saturday to be able to share your mission with all their followers on social media for you can get the awareness out about this, right?
It's incredibly empowering. And when obviously we have an incredible group of men and women who have supported our mission, supported Coach and I and what we're doing and kicking the stigma, and we're all kind of in this together. That's what makes the Colts community great, and the community of Indianapolis in general, that we're in this together to make a huge difference.
Piggybacking off what Linda just said, AC, you know, this isn't it's our foundation, it's our event. But one of the things that's been really cool to see is, we as an organization, there's a lot of other people who are working in this, to try to fight this battle. Small organizations around, so we've been able to try to, let's pull everybody together. Not today. Let Not Today be a catalyst to try to help support some other people that are fighting this battle. How can we join forces together to fight this issue?
Well, I love it. So, hey, more information, kNOTtoday.org. So you got to go to learn more about what these guys are doing right now to make a difference here, not just in Indianapolis, but throughout the country as well. I can't let you get out here without talking a little Colts real quick. And so, off season's here, but I know the guys are going to get back to work here coming up very soon. The big story, obviously, got a new QB and Matt Ryan. How excited are you to have this opportunity to work with a former MVP, a guy who's been in the league 14 years, going his 15th season? I know you got to be excited about that, right?
Very excited. I think he's excited. I've had a chance to talk to him a number of times on the phone, just kind of getting acclimated. He's just got a stellar track record. I just think this community will embrace him. Everything that he and his wife and his family are about. And like you said, AC, he's got a proven track record of playing at the highest level. The consistency of what he's done over 14 years is pretty incredible. Yeah,
and how do you keep my man here cool during the off season? Because I know when football season gets going, everybody's focusing. But do you guys get a chance to kind of appreciate this off season?
Well, no question. I mean, there's always work involved. It's just part and parcel it, because coaches, he's on it. He wants to make sure everything is buttoned up in that complex before he goes anywhere. So, I mean, we get a chance to get away, but he's pretty even keel. I think you know that. AC, most of the time. He's kind of steady. Doesn't get real high, doesn't get real low. He just kind of keeps moving.
Yeah, we appreciate that about Coach as well. Well, listen, I can't thank you guys enough for coming in tonight here on Sports Locker Sunday. It's going to be a great time next Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. And Coach, now you both are going to bowl, right?
We might bowl a little bit.
Might bowl.
Might have some cameo. I'm going to be cheering people. I want to make my way around and support the people who are there.
I love it. That's all good. Well, thank you so much, and all the best.
Well, thank you for being the co-MC. I mean, we're really excited to have you and to help us in that capacity is a big deal to us.
It's an honor.
Happy to do it.
That's
what it's all about. We talked about this on the air just a couple of days ago about how we're on TV, but at the end of the day, it's all about serving our community as well. So I'm delighted to do it. So thanks
absolutely.
For asking. Always a great time talking to Colts head coach Frank Reich and his wife, Linda. Wish them all the best of their charity event coming up on Saturday, and looking forward to emceeing the event as well for the Not Today Foundation taking place at Woodland Bowl up there in Indianapolis. Should be a lot of fun. Folks, don't forget, tune in all the time here for AC's Conversations. Of course, we got all the great inside scoop from some of the top sports figures here in Central Indiana.
Discover more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to follow and subscribe to the AC's Conversations podcast and others on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Connect now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.